Saturday, September 30th, Pennsylvania's 2023 archery season opener, and it feels so good to be back in the tree stand. And I'm already back to doing what I do best. I spooked a deer just as I was finishing up getting all this stuff set up. She walked up here and then blew a couple times, and she ended up walking off without being too spooked, I think. So we're set up at the back of a cornfield. This is kind of a new spot. We just set up the stand about 2 weeks ago. It seems to be somewhat of a travel area at the back edge of this cornfield, so if they do come through here, I should have a 15-20 yard shot. It's about 53 degrees this morning, nice and still. Probably gonna try to sit out for a few hours because it's gonna get real hot later, so I don't know how the afternoon's gonna be. But we'll sit back and see how the morning goes. Spooked this morning, so she must not have been too badly spooked, I guess. I was just barely able to get her on film. It's so foggy out there still. It's starting to clear up just a little bit now, but the bow that I'm holding might look familiar, but not from me using it. This is actually my brother's bow from last year. I had a little bit of an incident back in June, I think. I bought a new release right here, and I made the dumb mistake of trying it with no arrow on my bow. And as soon as I got it drawn back, I accidentally released it, and bow basically flew apart, and the one chunk of metal that was stuck on the end of the string hit me in the arm over here. So that felt nice, but the bow is not completely gone. I mean, the limbs didn't crack or anything. The cams are definitely shot, the string's shot. So I may eventually resurrect that thing, but we'll see. For now, my brother was nice enough to let me use this bow. I got a single pin slider sight on here. That's actually from my dad's bow from probably 15-20 years ago. But practicing with it, I really like it. We'll see how it goes in a hunting situation. My plan for this year is kind of just take a step back and try not to force anything, because I feel like that was a big part of my problem the last year or so. I'm coming off of a rough couple of years for archery hunting. Meh. Meh. I was at full draw on her 3 times. I didn't feel real good about that shot, though. That arrow did not look like it went in very far. It might have been shoulder shot. It was definitely a little bit further forward than it should have been. That's just not the spot you want to hit with a compound bow, that's for sure. That's not where I was aiming, but I guess that just happens sometimes. I need to practice a little more, so yeah, that's what happened. It's unfortunate we weren't able to recover her, but on the bright side, I'm fairly certain she's going to recover from that pretty well. So it would have been a lot worse if I would have made a gut shot or something and we didn't recover her that way. So it could have been worse.
Meh. Well, it's definitely not looking good at this point. After those initial few drops of blood up there, not long after I shot him, I found one spot of blood where he crossed the fence, but other than that, we did not find anything. We can't see where he stumbled down through the woods, never found another drop of blood, and yeah, we're pretty much down to just a body search at this point. So I mean, I'm still gonna keep my eyes peeled for blood, but yeah, I'm gonna start walking down through here, through the open in the direction he was running, so hopefully we can come up with something. Well, unfortunately, we were not able to come up with a deer. We were on blood for, what do you think, 200 yards?
Probably more than that.
Maybe close to 300 yards. There was times it looked really promising and we kept thinking maybe we'd look up and it would be there, but it ended up just kind of fizzling out at the end, and we kind of did a little bit of a body search but didn't come up with anything. It's about the worst feeling a bow hunter can have, but that's just the reality of it sometimes, so I'm gonna try to keep my head up and get back out there. Stuck in the mud the whole way up to here. Doesn't look like it damaged the blades at all though. I watched the footage back and it looks like it would have been close to a perfect shot if it would have actually been 30 yards, or if I would have been aiming for 38 yards. I've done a whole lot of shooting this year and not a whole lot of getting. So, I think the best thing I can do is just take it slow. If it happens, great. If not, then hopefully we'll get more opportunities.
it seems like that's gonna be it for the morning. Just that one doe, right, well, before light, and then I saw it again right after legal shooting light, but it was 60, 70 yards away at that point. But yeah, I sat for about 3 hours, and I got a bunch of work I gotta get done in the middle of the day here. And I'm gonna head back out this afternoon. Hopefully we have some more luck. I mean, it's gonna be warm, at least low 70s. So we'll see if they're still moving. But for now, I'm gonna climb down and get some work done. I'm back out for the evening hunt. It's about 20 degrees warmer than it was this morning when I was out. It's like 72 degrees right now. Pretty nice and calm still. If anything, there's a little bit of a breeze coming from the north, which I don't really know what's ideal for this spot because in the past I've had them come from pretty much any direction. So just kind of hoping for the best there. But I'm at the back end of a cornfield where it's kind of all nice and shaded, so I'm hoping that's maybe going to draw them up in this area. Yeah, I'd really like to punch a doe tag tonight, and I think this is a great spot to do it. So we'll sit back and see what happens. Smoked her 20 yards. Let's go. That feels so good. After the last 2 archery seasons I've had. Oh my gosh. I'm almost sure I heard a crash right down here. 20 yards broadside. Let's go. Not sure how big of a doe it was, but it was definitely a decent size. I mean, it had a fawn with it, so. Give her a little bit of time, but I want to get down out of here before more deer come up in here because I don't want to spook them out because as of right now, this spot is still not detected at all by any deer, so this could be a great spot for the next couple weeks. I'm a happy hunter right now. That's just a doe, but that's just such a confidence booster after what I've been through the last 2 archery seasons. That looks pretty dang good.
Here's where the arrow was. She jumped off that way and took off into the woods, so we should be able to follow the trail right from here. The arrow's just covered in blood. That lung buster white line's just coated red. So we'll see if we can find her. There's blood everywhere here.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be crawling around looking.
Got good blood down here. There's blood down here.
Oh yeah.
She is right there. That's a big old doe. Not quite. Well, I got my first doe tag filled, and it is September, so it's really cool to take a deer in September in Pennsylvania because it's not very often you even get that opportunity because the opener is almost always in October. So very cool. It's a warm evening, so we got to get this doe gutted and skinned as fast as we can so we can make sure we save all the meat. She is a nice sized doe, and I am just a super happy hunter to have this first tag filled.